Hey everyone, welcome back to another Kevin's Kreations here on Geektopia Island. I'm Kevin.
I'm Cardinal.
And today we have a special edition of the Kreations where we're going over the set review for the new set that's about to release, the Decisive Battle of Valhalla. But before we get into it, we should remind everybody we do have a Patreon. You can check the link down below. It really just takes $1 to give us some extra support and love, and we would greatly appreciate it. With that, we're going to go over each of the cards in the set. This one they're doing a little bit differently because there is reprints in this set, which they've not done so far. Well, not like a super amount of reprints like there is in this one.
Yeah.
So what I mean by that is they reprinted a lot of the cards in like the starter decks and just other stuff to let the people get them.
Yeah.
And so we're essentially going to just skip those to a degree. We're going to tell what they are and what we think of them, which I'll get into that. Our grading system for each card is essentially whether it's New Valhalla or like
New Frontiers,
limited. Clustered, which is New Valhalla, or limited.
Yeah.
And or not playable.
Yeah. Sometimes it happens.
Sometimes they print cards and you're like, that card is trash.
Yeah.
It's just what do they do? But we're just gonna go over that on each of the reprints, and then we're gonna go over that on the new cards. We're trying to spend more time on the new cards. So
yeah, for sure.
With that, there is a color breakdown below too as well. So if you want to get to like just a certain color and see what our thoughts and all that is, just check down below. It'll be in the timestamps. And then we'll get into it.
Let's do it.
We're going to start with light. And the first card we got is Acolyte of the Sun, which is a reprint.
Yep.
And it's still a good card.
Yep.
And it's good in limited, good in new, pretty much good in everything.
It's just good in everything. Yeah, pretty much.
Really, all of them, you can use it in.
When you're just like white men around. Okay, cool. That's pretty much done.
Yeah, pretty much.
All right. The new one, of course, is Angel of Zeus. 1 white, 4/4 angel, flying. Treat light magic stones you control as a water magic stone. Light magic stones you control gain. Tap, produce a blue. As long as there is a resonator, chant, addition, and magic stone in your graveyard, this card gains quick cast, and entities you control cannot be banished by spells or abilities your opponent controls. Now, it's a little rough because you have to get a magic stone in there, but it's still really good.
That is the key phrase that makes this card over the top busted.
Yeah.
It's already really good just because I like this little set that they did in there because there's a whole lot of one-drops that do this kind of idea. But this one makes it over the top because of that last ability of entities you control cannot be banished.
Yep.
So this card really is your answer to Athenia that is running rampant everywhere. And you're just like, nah, put all this stuff in the graveyard. Don't make me kill my things.
Yep, exactly. And it's just great. It's a way that they didn't have to print dual stones anymore, but they're creatures that you can kill or mess with, and they're really powerful for a 1-drop, you know?
Yeah.
So they're pretty good. We'll go through all of them.
She definitely is going to be New Frontiers played.
Oh, yeah.
And I think, honestly, all of these are going to be New Frontiers playable. They really all are good in that regard.
Exactly.
And she's great in limited because it's a 4/4 for 1.
Helps you
great.
splash. Done.
Next up. Oh, man. Her name is rough.
Yeah.
Angrobia.
Angrobida.
Giant of the Setting Sun. I butchered that name, so I'm sorry, but you know what? It's what it is.
Right.
3 white and 4 for a 14/17 giant. She's got barrier, total 4 or less, so barrier 4 or less. And she enters, destroy target rested J resonator or addition. You gain 1,000 life.
Nice.
Awesome. Pay 2 white and 1, discard this card, destroy target rested J resonator or addition. You gain 1,000 life.
See, that's where this card's ridiculous. So, like, to be able to just pay 3 and be like, oh, that tap J roller you tap for a stone or attacked with, it's dead. It's just dead. Thanks. And the fact that you can just do that instant or quick cast speed, is really good.
Yeah, it's pretty silly. Because you can activate that while it's in your hand. You should be like, kill that thing. Thanks.
Kill that thing. And then if you play a Reanimator, then it's like,
woo,
bring this back. And you get to do it again. And this card is silly.
Yeah, she's pretty bonkers. I mean, she's a limited bomb, for sure.
Yeah.
But she's going to be using New Frontiers, but only probably like as a 1 or 2 of, or like a sideboard card, really.
Well, I mean, with the discard thing, you can have 4 and just be okay with that, you know?
I mean...
Because you gain 1/4 of your life and you kill a dude.
I don't think I would use 4. She's not that good.
It's crazy. That's crazy. Alright, next one is Adam in Fairy Tale Land. He's pretty cute. So 2 white and 6. Whoa, 14/14. It has Drain. So if your J Ruler is Adam, the effects... For effects you control, treat this card in your graveyard also as an addition, chant, and magic stone. So this helps with the 1-drop that you have there. Rune 5, you may pay 6 less to play this card.
I think this Adam is amazing. I really do. A lot of people, like, this card has a lot of mixed votes on it.
Yeah.
I think this card is really good for what it does because there's a lot of, if you have this in your graveyard, do this. Or it allows cards that say get back like a chant to get this back. So you're like, cool, spinning Aqua Soul, get this dude back. Cool, pay 2. I have a 14/14 for 2 mana. Thanks.
Yeah. And with Adam, you're going to be using all your runes as fast as possible anyway, as your ruler. And then the thing that makes it the best is it has Drain.
Yeah.
So late game, you have a 14 Drain for 2 white.
Yeah. Cool. Great.
Thanks.
I'm going to gain a lot of life because you can't stop the big giant rabbit.
Exactly. Which is, pretty good. So definitely New Frontiers and Limited Bomb.
Yeah. Next up is Bethor, the Angel of Treasure. She is a reprint. She's still really good. Limited mostly, but can be used in New Frontiers.
Yeah. Alright, next one is Bewilder. 1 white, quick cast, rune. Divinity 2, is this a reprint?
This is a reprint as well.
So yeah.
It's pretty good. I
good.
think there's a little bit better, but it does its job.
And the fact that it's just basically a rune, the limited section is non-complete.
Yeah, you can't play this.
You can't play this. So it's a dead card if you get in your seal pool and don't draft it.
Unless your shop's playing like actual rulers, which is be kind of weird, but you could.
Yeah.
Next up is Brunhild, Ultimate Devotee. 2 white for a 6/6 Valkyrie. She's got flying and awakens for black. Enter, if your ruler is Brunhild, you may make it astral. If you do, destroy target J Resonator and put 4 counters on this card. Faith, this card gains the following text as long as your ruler is astral. Remove this card in your graveyard from the game, produce a black, spin this wheel only to play
Odin
Supreme God.
And of course, Odin, we'll get to him, but he removes the astral counter, make your dude from astral. So
yeah,
it's a weird balancing act because turn 3 you can have a 10/10 flying, which is pretty good, and you get to destroy a J Ruler or Resonator. I don't know what to think about this card, to be honest.
Yeah, it's cool. It's gonna be interesting to see what these cards do. Yeah. I don't know how it's gonna affect things, but yeah, 3 mana for a 10/10 flyer is pretty hot. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah,
you're just like, cool, kill that thing, I get a 10/10 flyer. Great.
Because if you don't know what Awakening is, you basically, it's an additional cost while casting this card. So 2 white and black, you have a 10/10 flyer that kills a dude. Could be hot. Could be real good. All right, next, of course, is another reprint, Brunhild's Wrath. It's really good, but of course it's a rune, so you don't. It's not limited, viable, or anything. So it's good in New Frontiers for sure.
Yep. Next up is Dark Alice, Rabbit Princess. She is 1 white for a 2/5 Fairy Tale Were-Rabbit with quick cast. Cards in your graveyard cannot be the target of chance spells or abilities your opponent control or be removed from the game. Enter, draw a card, then discard a card, or banish an entity. Repeat this process once.
Okay.
So you can filter some cards.
Yeah.
As long as there is a Resonator, chant, addition of Magic Stone in your graveyard, Magic Stones you control, add your gain, tap, add a color of any color.
Nice. So if you have that other Adam in the graveyard for any reason, then you can definitely do this. Oh, she also helps with that too. She puts that 8-drop Adam inside the graveyard and it becomes whatever this. So that's weird, cool little synergy there for sure. Especially for 1 white quick cast. Pretty good.
She's pretty neat.
Yeah. Alright, next up is Dispel. It's a rune and it's a reprint. So good in New Frontiers. And that's it.
Pretty much. Next up is Einhardjar's Summons, also a rune reprint, and it's, again, New Frontiers playable.
And so there's a lot of dead cards in this. Hopefully you don't.
For limited.
Yeah, for limited for sure. Alright, also a reprint, Ear Valkyrie of Mercy, 2 white and 1, 6/7. It's just a good reprint. For New Frontiers.
It is limited playable and limited greatness.
Yes, it is.
Next up is Gungnir, the True Spear. 2 white and 1 for Divinity 3 chant/rune. You may pay 2 white and 1 less to play this card if you control Odin Supreme God. You may pay 4 less to do Judgment this turn.
really, really cute and weird. And I don't know what to think about that. And since it says chant/rune, you can actually do this in limited. And yeah, I don't know.
I mean, you can in limited. This is gonna be kind of combo-y in New Frontiers, which is kind of neat. Because if you have an Odin, it's free.
Yeah.
This chant is free to let your judgment cost 4 less. So Adam gets the judgment for free, and Brunhild judgment's for free as well, which is kind of silly. Okay. But I don't know if it's worth the Divinity 3 where you can just judgment.
That is a lot of divinity for something so comboistic.
We'll have to see what it does, but it's really it's combo-y New Frontiers and pretty good in limited.
Yep. All right, the next one is Light of Kreations. It's a 1 white and 2 chant rune, Divinity 3 as well. Jeez. You may pay 2 less to play this if you control Alice, Zeus incarnate. So it could be 1. Okay, discard any number of cards. This card deals X 100 damage divided as you choose to any number of J/resonators. That's good. Where X is equal to the combined total cost of cards discarded this way. Then draw 3 cards equal to the number of cards. Then draw cards equal to the number of cards discarded this way. So you literally lose nothing and you kill whatever you want.
Yeah, this card's kind of silly.
Especially with all those giant cards costing 6 or 8 or 12.
All those giants that are just like, these dudes cost a lot. That take a lot.
And this hits a J ruler. So this card's busted.
Yeah.
I enjoy this card a lot. Play it, New Frontiers, definitely limited bomb.
Yeah, definitely. Next up is Messenger of Odin. 1 white for a 4/4 beast. Treat light magic stones you control also as dark magic stones. Light magic stones you control gain tap and produce a black. And he's got faith. This card gains the following text as long as your ruler is astral. Tap, target entity you control gains eternal until the end of turn.
This guy's so good!
Yeah.
When we were looking at dudes, I didn't see the black-white one. And I was pretty sad. But now I do. And I'm pretty excited about it. I love him. I mean, he looks pretty metal, too, for a horse. I mean,
yeah, it's a pretty angry-looking horse.
I mean, it's good.
First off, this is definitely New Frontiers playable.
Yep.
This is also limited. It's actually kind of a limited bomb because the faith mechanic is pretty silly.
Yeah. Which
is you can make your dude astral, so I mean you can't really judgment it again, but
that's okay.
You get to make a thing.
Especially if you do the Alice this turn 1 and then that Alice, which can help on turn 2, because turn. Yeah.
This card's just way better if your dude's astral because it's just a tap ability that he just gains.
Yeah.
So you're like, cool, that dude's gonna die? No.
Yeah.
I'll make my limited ruler go astral because I don't care to be able to not let this creature die.
Exactly. You're just there to loot the filter out anyway, right?
This dude's busted in limited. New Frontiers, he'll be pretty good, but busted in limited.
This guy's so good. I like him a lot. Alright, the next one, of course, is Phallic, right?
Yeah.
Phallig with a G, not a C. Sorry. The Angel of War, this is a reprint.
Yeah, it is a reprint. It's still good.
It's good.
Limited to bomb because it's an 8/8 flyer. Otherwise, it's
a bunch of abilities. Yeah, exactly.
Next up is Sigrun, Valkyrie of Victory. She is also a reprint from the starter. She's good. She's a limited bomb. It's where she's at.
Yep. Next one is Sorcerers of the Moon, 1 drop. It is a reprint as well. It's okay.
Yeah, it's okay. It's mostly New Frontiers playable in like a weird aggro deck, but that's really it as far as the white goes.
Yep. And yeah, that'll be the end of the white. We'll go on to the red now. Alright, of course the first card is a reprint, Concealed Kopesh. It's not, don't play this ever. Not even in New Frontiers, it's bad.
Yeah, it's really not a good rune.
That's one of those cards, just don't do it.
Next up is a Desert Miner. She is 1 red for a 4/4 human. Treat fire magic stones you control also as light magic stones. Fire magic stones can produce a white. And banish this card, put a Fire Moon Edition token into the field, which you can use those later on doing silly things.
Yeah, other Resonators have different things to those additions.
She's pretty good, mostly because she uses the stones into light, which is kind of silly, and limited goodness, standard, or New Frontiers greatness.
Yeah, exactly. Dragon's Flight. It is a reprint. It's a rune, and it's meh.
It's okay.
It's okay.
New Frontiers, it's cool. That's really about it.
That's about it.
Explosion! It is also a reprint, but it is a very good reprint. Definitely use it in New Frontiers if you're playing red. It's terrible and limited because it's just a rune.
Yeah. And it has less divinity and does more damage than the first one that we talked about. So it's actually good. Alright, the next one. Godly Aura. It's a 1 red, quick cast divinity, 3 chant rune. It has quick cast. Choose one. If you control Nyarlathotep, God Devouring Messiah, you may choose both instead of just one. So put a Fire Moon Edition token onto the field, draw a card, or this card deals 400 damage multiplied by the number of Moon Editions you control to target J/Resonator. So it gets rid of J's if you have all the additions, you know. So we're not sure how good this will be. So maybe just New Frontiers, build around.
Yeah. We'll see. I think it could be pretty good and limited just because it can kill a thing, but I don't know. We'll have to see.
Yeah, we'll definitely have to see.
Next up is Isis, Last of the Ascendants. 2 red and 1 for an 8/8 Ascendant with First Strike and Bane.
So, yeah.
A red card with Bane. That's pretty good.
Yeah.
Enters, search your deck for a Fire Resonator with total cost 2 or less, reveal it and put it in your hand. If it's Nyarlathotep, God Devouring Messiah, put a Fire Moon Edition into the field. If your J Ruler is Isis, Moon Editions you control gain tap, add a white or a red.
So fun little ramp right there for red and white.
Yeah.
And if you never played any other TCGs with First Strike and Bane /Death Touch / we destroy your world, you kind of win if she's not taken care of.
Yeah.
Pretty much. Now, of course, with Force of Will, it doesn't happen when she's blocking or getting attacked. So, but when you're just attacking into a creature, you're going to kill it every time.
I mean, if they attack her back, they're still going to die because Bane still triggers.
Yeah. So, enjoy that.
Yeah, unless they have Eternal, you get to swing for free. Yeah, swing for the fence. Brarg!
Just do it.
Kill all of the things.
It's so good.
Yeah, card is awesome.
That is ridiculous.
Limited, amazing.
Yeah.
New Frontiers, amazing.
They definitely play it in both, for sure. Next one is Lady Huang, the Concealed Expression. 1 red and 1 6/6. This is... Just bear with us, okay? This card gains quick cast as long as you control a Dragon Emblem red. That's new. This card gains Enter. Rest all J Resonators your opponent controls as long as you control a Dragon Emblem blue. And this card gets +4/+4 and Swiftness as long as you control Dragon Emblem Vermilion, which only happens if other cards trigger if you control a blue and a red Dragon Emblem. It's very extremely convoluted, and I don't want to play cards like this. I don't
like the Vermilion. I wouldn't worry about. Just if you have Dragon Emblem Red and Dragon Emblem Blue, this card is awesome.
Yes.
2 mana, quick cast, tap all your dudes. I'll take that all day for 2 mana.
It's pretty good.
Barg!
But you can't play it on turn 2 unless you just want to play 6/6.
I mean, it'll be weird to see what it does. I can't really tell you what it's gonna do.
Yeah.
Limited, it's cool because it's 2 mana that can do cool things later on.
Hopefully, it's a build around. For sure.
New Frontiers is definitely going to be built around.
Fun stuff.
Next up is Lord of Vermilion. 2 red and 2 for a 12/12 Dragon Flyer.
Jesus.
He enters. If you control Dragon Emblem Red and Dragon Emblem Blue, you gain Dragon Emblem Vermilion.
There we go.
Prevent all damage that will be dealt to J Resonators you control by fire sources you control. Each of those J Resonators gain +X/+X until end of turn, where X is the damage prevented this way that would have been dealt to it.
Okay.
If you control Dragon Emblem Vermilion, this card gains at the beginning of your main phase. This deals 800 damage to each J Resonator.
Jesus. Okay. Well, that's one hell of a build around for sure. You know what's really cool? Uses Ice's Old Master in with this.
I was in the same point. I was like, cool. This dude takes 2. This dude takes 4. This dude takes 6. Brarg. This dude takes 12.
Prevent all that damage. They're buffed.
Hey. Die. It's bad.
I mean,
but it's cool.
If you can somehow get this on turn 4, it's ridiculous with the Vermilion. You want to make sure you have the Emblem Vermilion for sure.
Yeah, this dude's kind of silly. I mean, if you do have the Dragon Emblem Vermilion and this dude lives, then each turn you just clear the board.
And your dudes are big and you swing.
It's 800 to each J Resonator. Like, not much lives through 800.
Yeah.
Like, it really doesn't unless it's a 5-drop.
And each of your dudes get bigger. +8. So they just lose.
Yeah.
So if you can
kind of silly.
Build around Unlimited, you win.
Yeah.
You just win with this guy.
I mean, 4 mana for 12/12 Flyer Unlimited is already good.
Just insane.
Yeah.
Alright. The next one is Peng Tong. It's a reprint. I don't like this card at all.
Yeah, it's okay. Don't use it really.
Don't use it. Don't use it at all.
Next up is Reckless Flame Soldier. He is also a reprint. He's okay at best. but really it's just kind of a limited filler.
Yeah, pretty much. Sand Dragon, reprint, eroded correctly, is now a Dragon Sand. And it's really good if you build around it.
Yeah.
That's about it.
Next up, another reprint, Sandora Blacksmith. This dude's pretty cool for what he does. Limited, he's okay, but mostly if you use him in the correct New Frontiers deck, he's pretty awesome.
Yeah, pretty much. All right, the next one, Set, the Commander of Destruction, also a reprint. So, done. Limited goodness if you have mono red almost, because that's 4 red right there.
Hey, we're in another reprint, Soldier Ambush. It is okay at best.
Yeah.
Not playable in Limited.
Because it's just a rune.
Kind of meh in New Frontiers.
Yeah, pretty much. Surtur, the Explosion Giant. So 3 red and 4, 18, 12. He is a giant sand, so the sand can help. So he has Swiftness, Barrier, total cost 4 or less, which unkillable by most spells. Enter. Put 2 Fire Moon Edition tokens on the field. This deals 400 damage multiplied by the number of Moon Editions you control to target J/Resonator. So by the time you play him, you probably have a lot of Moon Editions. And he also has the Giant Claws of 2 red and 1. Discard this card. Put 2 Fire Moon Edition tokens on the field. This card deals 400 damage. Does the same thing, pretty much. So pay 3, you deal 800 damage if this is your first Moon Editions to target dude.
It's not bad.
It's good.
Yeah, dude's pretty silly.
I love that they're just throwing J/Resonator in almost every kill card now.
Yeah.
So like, who cares about your J Resonators, right?
Yeah, this dude's pretty silly. Like he can do a lot. Limited, he's a bomb.
Yeah.
Like all the other giants. And he's definitely a build around in New Frontiers.
Definitely.
Next up is Tiger of Kunlun. It is also a reprint. It is a bad reprint, but it's okay in Limited, kind of.
But don't do it. Alright, Tiny Fire and Water Dragon. He's cute. 1 red, 4/4. Treat Fire Magic Stones as if you control a Water Stone, and they tap for water as well. This card gains Swiftness as long as you control a Dragon Emblem red. This card gains Flying as long as you do blue. And if you have Vermilion, it's +3/+3. So +3/+3 Flying Swiftness dude for 1 red. This guy's really good if you can get the emblems out for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's about it. Playable for sure.
Next up is Wrath of the Flame God. 4 red for Divinity 2 Chant/Rune. If you control Genshi Tenshin, God of Flame, you may pay a red less and an additional red less for each different kind among all dragon emblems you control. Destroy target non-magic stone entity. So
wow.
At most, this could be 1 red to kill a thing.
Yeah.
Which is pretty cool.
Or it could be free. Because you may
For
pay
each
1
different.
less.
And there's only red, blue, and vermilion.
Oh, okay, yeah. So
it's going to cost at least 1 red. But
and then if you have Genshi, it is free.
Oh, yeah.
Which is
Because it costs 1 red and then an additional red. So it could be free.
It could be free.
Neat.
Just to destroy a J-Ruler. Just like, well, you're done.
I don't know. It's cool. It's definitely a build around New Frontiers card, but that's really about it.
Yep.
That was it for red. We're going to move into the blue, and we're starting with Arthur, the Night King of the Final Act.
Is it going to be good? We'll see.
Blue and 1 for a 0/0 machine. He's got barrier of cards that share a name with the counters on this card. Kind of a weird text, but hey. As this card enters the field, choose a card name. This card enters the field with a counter of the chosen name and 6 1/1 counters on it. As long as your J-Ruler is Arthur, this card gains at the beginning of your main phase, put X 1/1 counters on this card, where X is 6 minus the number of counters on it. You can remove 5 from this card to draw a card.
So, basically, it always has 6 counters if you have Arthur as your J-Ruler, and therefore you can draw a card at the end of their turn as soon as you play this guy.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll see how it goes.
Yeah, this dude's pretty good for what he does. He helps machines out a lot.
Yeah.
He lets silly 3-drop Lancelot do everything in the world. Because you're just like, cool, here's 6 counters. Do what you want.
Yeah.
Have fun. And you're like, cool, great, kill your boy. Because I can.
Thanks, yeah.
Thanks.
And he gets bigger. So, and you make sure if you know who you're playing against, you'd be like, well, that kill card in your hand, no longer available.
Yeah.
For Arthur, anyways.
It's kind of silly.
So, yeah, he's really good.
Yeah, he's definitely a really good New Frontiers card for build around.
Yeah.
Limited, he's really kind of bad. I mean, cool.
He can be a sideboard card for a 6/6, and you'd be like, I know what card destroyed me last time.
I'd say limited, there's very few kill spells, so if you know what kill spell they have, you're just like, no.
Nope, can't touch this guy.
You stay over there with your kill spell.
Yeah, pretty much. So
and that's really about what he does.
But definitely for New Frontiers, for sure.
Yeah.
All right, we'll get into the blue giant here. Belgemir, Giant of Eternal Ice, 3 blue, 4, 11, 16. He has, of course, the barrier of total cost 4 or less. Enter. You may rest target J/Resonator. It doesn't recover during its controller's next recovery phase. Look at the top 4 cards of your deck and put any number among them in the graveyard. Put the rest on the top of the deck of any order. Draw a card so you get to filter out your deck. And then, you, of course, it has the pay 3, do the exact same thing I just read. So, to be able to instant speed 3, discard this card, tap that dude, I get whatever the hell I want, pretty good.
Yeah, it's pretty neat.
Pretty delicious, actually, because that is insane.
Yeah, this dude, he's really good in limited, because, I mean, it's a giant, sets a bomb.
Yeah.
So you just do what you want with it. New Frontiers, he's pretty cool. Definitely kind of build around him, but he's really cool.
Yeah, I would just always use them as spells most of the time, because doing 3 to do whatever you want is pretty good.
Yeah. Next up is Clockwork Girl. 1 blue for a 0/0 machine. She enters the field with 4 1/1 counters on her.
It's good.
Treat water magic stones as wind magic stones. They can add or produce a green. And when this card is put into a graveyard from the field, look at the top card of your deck. If it's a machine resonator, reveal it and put it in your hand. So she's real good for machines.
Yes.
Because that's 4 counters to just mess around with.
Exactly. And the fact that you can do turn 1 here, turn 2 Arthur, that's 10 counters already for Lancelot to blow up whatever you need to, if need be, if you get ran over real quick. But, yeah. And that's why they balance it, because her second ability is not too strong, but still good.
Yeah, it's pretty good.
Yeah.
She's definitely going to be good in machines.
Yeah, the fact that it comes with 4 1/1 counters.
Yeah.
Really good. Alright, of course, Donut Drone is a reprint. It's good and limited. So if you build around, yeah, it's a build around card for sure.
Next up is Fenrir, the Final Form. 2 blue and 4 for a 12/12 Cerberus Fenrir dog.
Yeah.
He's got Flying Mans.
And he shoots purple laser beams out of his
Yeah.
mouth.
When this card is put into a graveyard from your deck, put it into your hand. If your J-Ruler is perfect Loki, put this card in the field instead. Alright, cool.
This is stupid.
Neat. Remove this card in your hand from the game, produce a black, spin this wheel only to do judgments of cards named Loki. Neat.
We already know what Perfect Loki does, and it's already insane
Yeah.
to have this card.
To just be like, cool, I have a free dude.
I can have up to 4 free dudes
Yeah.
when Perfect Loki comes into play. Awesome.
Yeah, this card's kind of silly.
I'm already disappointed.
You use that with the silly Harvest Season that puts like 10 cards in your graveyard, just like, BARG!
Yeah.
Put them all in my hand. Thanks.
Oh, man. Alright, the next one is
Gawain.
Thank you. I was like, Gawain, but that's not that at all. It's Gawain. He's a reprint. He's good.
He's a very good machine reprint for New Frontiers.
Yep.
Next up is Gretel of the Misty Woods. It is also a reprint, and it is pretty good for awaken spells. Not the best, but it's what it does.
Yep. Loki's Watchdog Finner, the baby form, reprint as well. So just good in New Frontiers.
I was like, can we get tribal Fenrirs in this set? That'd be awesome.
Yeah, right?
Next up is Machine Corpse. A blue and 1 for a 5/5 machine. This card enters the battlefield with 5 1/1 counters on it.
What?
As long as there are no directive counters on this card, it doesn't recover during its controller's recovery phase.
So it's a 10/10 that you get to swing once, right?
Yeah.
But then with Lancelot, you can remove those counters real quick. I mean, 10 drop. It's a 2-drop 10/10. I'll take it.
Yeah,
give me that guy.
That's pretty hot.
Yeah. Of course, the next one is a reprint Maintenance. It's a rune. It's really good in New Frontiers.
Yeah,
for sure, because it has quick cast.
Next up is Mechanical Bishop. I do believe this dude is a reprint.
Yep.
And he is okay, but he is not like the best thing.
No, not at all. Also, a reprint is Monstrify. It's pretty good if you want to use it in your rune deck, but for New Frontiers, of course.
Next up is Neo Ragnarok. 2 blue and 7 Divinity Infinite. Chant / Rune. You may pay 7 less to play this card from a rune area. You may pay any number of giant resonators with different names from outside the game into the field.
Alright, so this is what the whole next New Frontiers meta is going to be, right? Because Divinity Infinite, like, how do you get that? Well, Perfect Loki is a part of that. And the fact that you can pay 2 blue, grab all the giants out of your sideboard, and just plop them on the field by turn 3.
You know what card this allows me to use? My card I've always wanted to use from back in the day, my blue-black Journey to Valhalla card that pays. You go search for like 5 cards and remove from the game. Bah, get out of here.
Ugh.
Go get these giants out of here.
Ugh.
Wow.
Yeah, because it says just from
outside the game.
That means
cool.
anything.
All of these dudes get to come and play.
And
Thanks.
you filter out your deck, and it's insane.
This card's weird. We'll see Divinity Infinite, what it is, how it works.
Yeah,
but
well, once we
it's
get to
pretty
Perfect
neat.
Loki, it hurts the soul for sure. Next one, Overflowing Knowledge. Is this a reprint?
Yep.
Yeah, it is, and it's horrible. Don't use it. It's bad. It's really bad.
Next up is Percival, the Shining Knight. She's also a reprint. It's okay. It's not like that good, but it's okay for machines.
Art's pretty cool. That's about it. Alright, Reconnaissance. It's a reprint, and yeah, that's it.
Yeah, it's not really used. Don't do it.
Don't do it.
Next up, Shadow of Kronos. 1 blue for a 4/4 with Barrier. That's cool. Treat water magic stones you control as Darkness Stones. They produce a black. Tap, look at the top card of your deck. You may put it into your graveyard.
Reanimator.
Hey, that
Perfect.
makes that silly blue giant way better with Loki. So you're just like, cool, put that, or the not Loki, the Fenrir. You're like, cool, put Fenrir in there. Yeah, cool, thanks.
Yeah.
Neat.
Like, I'll dump this. Okay, thanks.
That dude is good in Limited, good in New Frontiers.
Yeah.
All those 1-drops are. They just
They
they all are.
Really good. The next one, the final act. 1 blue and 2 Divinity, 2 Chant Rune. Alright, you may pay 2 less to play this card if you control Deus Ex Machina, God of Machines. So just 1 red, 1 blue. As additional cost to play this card, remove any number of counters from entities you control. Destroy target non-magic stone, non-magic entity with total cost equal to the number of counters removed this way. So it can be good for 1 blue to destroy a dude that you need, or ruler. Yeah. It destroys a ruler. Everything destroys a ruler nowadays. So that's good, I guess. You know?
For 1 blue, being able to kill things. Actually, this card is just 1 blue. You don't have to remove counters because J rulers just are 0. So you're just like, cool, kill that thing.
Yeah. For exactly 1 blue.
Great.
Kill a J ruler.
But 1 blue and like there's at least 3 cards we've talked about so far that are like 2 and 3 drops that give like 18 counters.
Yeah, pretty much.
So you're just like 1 blue, kill that thing.
Especially that turn 2
Thanks.
10-10. You swing 10.
Great.
And then 1 blue, remove it, kill the dude. Thanks.
Yeah, thanks. That 10, it died.
Ugh,
Silly.
so ridiculous.
That is it for blue. We're going to head into green. And first off, we got Acolyte of Shiva. It is a green for a 4/4. You treat wind magic stones as fire stones. They produce a red. And banish this card, target J/Resident against +3/+3.
So not too bad.
It's pretty cool.
Yeah. It's definitely a good old saver ditch effort of
It's a
your
pretty
dudes.
cute Mimi tribe too.
Of course. The next one is Basset, creator of cats. 1 green, quick cast, 4/4. Enter. Return target non-magic stone, non-J-ruler entity you control to its owner's hand. Yours, right? Yeah, you control. Other cats, J/J resonators you control gain +2/+2. So Hanzo, of course. And then banish a magic stone, target J/resonator you control gains barrier until end of turn. Jesus.
That's pretty silly.
This is a lot for a 1-drop here. So yeah, all your cat tokens are bigger, and anything you can have gains barrier.
That's a 1-drop Lord that bounces a dude to protect it. That card's silly.
Yeah, it's ridiculous.
Next up is Berserker Chimimi. 2 green and 1 for 7/10. Angry little Mimi tribe Chimimi.
Yeah.
As long as your ruler is Chimimi, this card gains Eternal during your turn. Solid.
Okay.
Whenever another Mimi you control is put in the grave from the field, recover this card. Pay a red, this card gets +3/+0. This card is actually kind of what Chimimi needed, because the rest of the Mimi card tribe dudes kind of suck.
Yeah.
Like, all of them. I want to try them, but they're just not good.
So with this one, of course, your turn, you swing in they block, then I don't know. Your other smaller little dudes can sacrifice them and killing all their dudes while you come back and then just like bam, take 10, take 10, take 10. Because you only need one red to make it a 10-10.
Yeah.
And that's just super good.
Yeah, I can already see this card for being somehow figured out how to kill somebody in one turn.
Yeah, for sure.
Somebody somewhere is going to break into New Frontiers, so it's going to happen.
Maybe Tribe Sacrificial Altar? Maybe? No, we'll see.
Next up is Kaith Sit. It is a green and 1 for 6/6 cat/fairy. Enter, put a 1/1 wind cat into play. Pay 2 blue or pay 2 green. Put a 1/1 wind cat into play.
Oof. Are you kidding me? 2 green, put a dude up. Thanks.
Sure, it's a 1/1, but that's at least 2 lords that I know of in green. Or one makes cats every turn, and the other one is a 1/1 1-drop lord.
And with the 1-drop lord, they're 3/3 cats for 2 green. Yeah.
Yeah. So this one you get to make more cats, and if you play the 4-drop one that makes a cat every turn too, you're just like, cool, I have a lot of cats. Brarg!
And with all those little cats, you can recover the big dude that we just talked about. And yeah.
It's pretty silly.
There's gonna be something there for sure. Calico Cat, Shikigami. We're bringing that back as 1 green 4/4. Okay, treat your magic stones as their light stones. They can produce a light as well. Tap, put target non-magic stone card in the graveyard on the bottom of its owner's deck, so you can get remove about so it destroys Reanimator and a bunch of other stuff. But when this card is put in the graveyard from the field, put a 1/1 Wooden Cat Resonator token on the field, so it replaces itself. So this is really good against Sacrificial Altar when they're like, oh, bring the 1-drop back. You're like, no, put it underneath your thing.
Yeah, this card's actually really cool because it does kind of help against Sacrificial Altar for 1 green, and it just is pretty neat.
Yeah, pretty good. I like it.
Next up is Chant of Tranquility, a green and 2 for Divinity 3 Chant Rune. Choose one. If you control Kaguya, Sealed God of the Moon, you may pay 2 less to play this card and choose up to 3 instead.
Alright.
Cool. First up, we got put the top card of your Magic Stone deck into the field rested.
Seems good.
Return any number of target resonators you control to the owner's hands. Put any number of target cards in any graveyard on the bottom of their owner's deck.
So, for 1 green, you can get a new stone, which is pretty good, and then all the other stuff if need be.
That's pretty cool. I don't know how it's gonna be used, but it is a really good sideboardy card.
Yeah.
I mean, you can't sideboard it into your stone deck or your rune deck, so you have to make sure it's there. But in the right occasion, this could be game changing.
Yeah. And green is the control color too, so even if you don't have Kaguya Sealed God, you just into their turn 3, if they don't play anything, then you can get a new stone.
Yeah.
Which is good, because it's quick cast. And so I think it's good limited for sure. And New Frontiers.
Yeah, New Frontiers is definitely useful.
Sorry, and most of all the other stuff we just talked about, all the Mimi tribes, they're definitely New Frontiers. We just got too excited about them.
Yeah.
Alright, Xiaomi, also a reprint, also prints out, shoots out cats every turn. So.
Yeah, this is the big 4-drop I was talking about.
Yeah, exactly. Done. So, good New Frontiers.
Next up, Forest Meditation. It is a reprint of Rune. It was really, really awesome. Not so much anymore.
Yep.
It may come back now that there's a lot more things that deal with magic stones in the graveyard, but we'll see.
Yeah, we'll definitely see. Alright. Let's say Fuma Shuriken. It's also a reprint. Done.
It's one of the best green runes that there is.
Yep.
Card is insane.
It really is.
Next up, Huge Toad. Reprint, good when the Jiraiya combo. That's about it.
Yeah, hopefully Jiraiya's in here. Otherwise, it's really... Hey,
there
he is!
Yay, Jiraiya!
Reprint. And also, if you put the pictures together, they make one big picture.
Yay! And little happy pygmy hippos. They're a reprint. They're really good with beasts.
Yeah.
That's really about it.
Great limited if you get those guys. Alright, Relief Through Destruction. This card's insane. Quick cast, green 2, Divinity 3. Now, you may pay 2 less to play this if you control Shiva. Draw a card for each Resonator played in the graveyard from this field this turn. Oh, not the same card we're thinking of, but it works with the card that I'm thinking of.
Yeah.
So, if you board wipe or something happens where everything dies, you just draw cards and make everything cantrips.
This is a chant rune?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
So this card, oh man, I cannot wait to play black-green because I'm playing this with Belial in a heartbeat. Cool, play this, play Belial, kill the board, draw lots of cards.
Draw lots of cards. Or even alter, just like, blah, blah, blah. Okay, I'm going to draw a bunch of cards.
Yeah, this card's silly.
It's pretty good.
Next up is Snipe Away Me. It is a reprint. It is okay at best.
Yeah.
That's really about it.
Nah. Suit Sprite. I'm pretty sure this is a reprint, yeah?
It is.
Alright, cute little guys. Don't play them.
Next up is the 100-Eyed One. This is a reprint that is super good and limited, and it's okay in some New Frontiers because it's in the yokai. That's about it.
Exactly. Alright, apparently I got all the giants here. Alright, True or Trow, Giant of Destruction, 3 green, 4. It is a 10, 18, so like the least power of them all, if I remember correctly. But barrier, total 4 or less. Whenever this card blocks, cover it. So basically it's an infinite blocker, insane. Enter. Put the top card of your Magic Stone deck in the field, rested. Search your deck for a Resonator with total cost 1 or less, reveal it and put it in your hand, then shuffle your deck. This one's the weakest of all of them, kind of. Unless it's on the field, then it's the strongest. But pay 3, discard it, do that. Get a Magic Stone, put a 1-drop in your hand. So, yeah.
He's pretty cool.
He's a good build around because you can get any of the 1-drops that filter out your stones. So you can, with this guy, you can almost build 3 colors.
Yeah.
Really, really easily.
Yeah.
So, we'll see.
Yeah, definitely build around New Frontiers.
Yeah.
Whirlwind Technique. It is a very, very good reprint for a rune, and it is New Frontiers amazing.
Yep. Of course, that's the end of Wind. We'll go right into the Darkness here. It's pretty ridiculous. Athena's Love. Quick Cast, Darkness 1, Divinity 2, Chant Rune. So, of course, Quick Cast. You may pay 1 less if you control Athena, Deity of Harvest and Corruption. Choose 1. Harvest or Corruption. If you choose Harvest, entities you control gain Eternal until end of turn, which is busted. If you choose Corrupt, your opponent banishes a Resonator for 2. So, good.
This card's so awesome.
Just good.
For technically 1 mana, or potentially 1 mana, you have 2 different options on a rune.
Yeah.
Awesome.
And it's quick cast, so end of turn. You do, or if they try to board wipe or whatever, it's just good.
And it's only Divinity 2, so you don't really lose out on anything.
Yeah, exactly.
Next up is another really good rune for black. It is Demon Division. It is a good reprint. Definitely in New Frontiers playable card.
Yeah, definitely. It's really good. Alright, the next one is Fallen Angel of Fiery Vengeance. It's 1 darkness, 4/4. This one is the red darkness combo. So treat darkness ones as fire magic stones, and you can tap them for a red. Tap, banish this card. Search your deck card named Fallen Angel of Fiery Vengeance, reveal it and put it in your hand, then shuffle your deck. You may pay 200 life, remove this card in the graveyard from the game, target J/Resonator. You gains -0, -4 until end of turn. So it's just really weird. If you want to kill their mana dork, you're able to do that with him.
Yeah.
So basically, yeah. You banish it, gets in the graveyard. No? Oh man, I don't know. Because banish is sacrifice, right?
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, banish it, put him in the graveyard, remove it, kill your 1-drop so you don't get the benefit and you still have 1 in your hand. So it's just really weird. So yeah, we'll see how that works.
Next up is Fanatic of Grief. It is an okay reprint. It is just about that, though.
Yeah, just no. Alright. Fluidity, right?
Yeah.
2 darkness.
It's a reprint.
It's a reprint? Good, thanks. Don't want to talk about that.
I want to use it, but it's just not good.
No.
Next up is Immortal Commander. It is a reprint as well. It is okay. It doesn't really do a lot, but it's cool and limited.
Yeah, for sure. Invitation to Purgatory. That's a pretty metal name right there. 2 darkness, divinity, 3 chant/rune. Produce a fire and darkness. So essentially, it's free. Search your deck for a card and put it in your graveyard. Then if there was a card named Satan, God of the Fallen, in your removed area, search your deck for a card and put it in your graveyard. Shuffle your deck. So you get to do this twice if Satan is removed. So that was really weird. If that's taken out of context, then who knows what that means. But this card's good.
Yeah, it sets up a lot of stuff for combos, so be ready for that, and does some really, really crazy stuff.
Especially with Perfect Loki, and you just go get Finrare.
Yeah.
And put it into play. We're done. We're done here. The meta is already set in stone.
Next up is Lich, the Resurrected Cleric. 2 black and 1 for a 7/7 human with Bane. He enters, you choose Harvest or Corrupt. If you choose Harvest, put a Resonator from your graveyard into your hand. If you choose Corrupt, your opponent discards a card.
Good. It's just good.
Pretty awesome. As long as your Jerry Ruler is Lich, this card gains when this card is put into a graveyard from the field. Choose one or the other, and then put a Resonator from your graveyard into your hand, or choose Corrupt. Your opponent banishes a card or discards a card.
So basically, this guy's unkillable, and it's ridiculous because it dies, and then you get to choose to get a creature from the graveyard, which is him. Then you play it, and then you discard it. You just keep doing it over and over. So yeah, really good.
This dude is really good with Lich. He does some silly stuff.
And he's a 7/7 with Bane.
Yeah.
You're going to block. He's going to die. You're going to get him back. You're going to play it. They discard a card. And it's just an endless cycle that they don't want to deal with.
Yeah.
It's really good. So limited bomb. Or limited okay, because you can't have Lich. But New Frontiers bomb for sure.
Yeah.
Lucifer, Leader of the Fallen Angels. Reprint or no?
No.
Okay, so 2 darkness, 1, 7/9 flying. So that's good. Pay 1,000 life. Okay, yeah. We had a discussion between us if this card's good or not. This card gains +2/+2 until end of turn, so that's a lot for 1/4 of your life. But you can pay 2 and 1, pay 1,000 life, discard a card, put this card from your graveyard onto the field. Pretty good. At the end of your turn, gain life equal to the amount of life you lost this turn. I think it's really good.
See, I'm on the board that it's really good.
I
love this card.
You love this card. Okay.
I love this card.
This person behind the camera here who hates
Trevor thinks this card is awful.
I think I love this card.
But for 3 mana, 7/9 flyer that I can just be like, take some life, take some more damage.
Yeah.
I don't know why it's bad.
Or like with Athenia, you can be like, I lose 10, you lose 5, I lose 4, I draw a card, and then I get it all back.
Yeah.
And then we'll do this next turn,
Yeah.
as long as he lives. Which he's not going to, because everyone wants to kill him. But the fact that he is basically free with mana on your turn, make sure it's your turn, you pay him, he comes into play, you lose 1,000 life, you get it back. And he's there.
Yeah, he's pretty cool.
He's good.
I definitely like this card. I think he's New Frontiers playable easily.
Yeah.
Limited, he's the kind of a bomb because there's like very little kill.
Yeah.
So he's just like, I get to be big and limited and you can't stop me.
Yeah, exactly. Swinging 9 every turn. This guy is good. Sorry, Trevor.
Not sorry, Trevor.
Yeah.
Next up is Onlooking Vampire. It is a black for a 4/4 vampire. Dark Magic Stones also count as wind. They can produce a green. When Harvest of Corrupt is chosen, if Harvest was chosen, this card gets +1/+1 and Drain until the end of turn. If Corrupt was chosen, it gets +1/+1 and Bane.
So pretty good.
This dude is awesome for a one
drop.
1 mana 5/5 technically, when you choose one or the other.
Yeah. And then you make him gain life, or just swing in with Bane and see if they care to, lose their dude.
Yeah, this dude's pretty silly.
And the fact that he can out damage the other 4/4s or whatever, so it's pretty good. Real good, actually. Alright, what was it? Sephiroth, the Blueprint of Life, 1-drop edition. Enter. Choose Harvest or Corruption. If you choose Harvest, draw a card. If you choose Corrupt, your opponent discards a card. So 1-drop edition does that. So then you can tap, banish this card, produce a green or a black. You can only spend this to play a Resonator. It cannot be canceled. Play this ability only if you control a card named Athenia, Divinity of Harvest and Corruption. So essentially, it's a 1-drop draw or discard a card. So we'll see how good it goes.
Yeah. And if you have Athenia, it does more, which is kind of cool.
Yeah.
Definitely cool and limited. It's not really like the best in limited. Unless you get Athenia, then it's actually kind of busted. But build around in New Frontiers, it's awesome.
Yeah, exactly.
Next up is Shimhaza, the Fallen Angel of Sadism. Definitely a really good reprint in both limited and New Frontiers.
Oh yeah, definitely. Alright, Skeleton Horde, also a reprint, just really good in both, limited and New Frontiers.
Sword of Lament, it is a good reprint for a rune. It is not the best one, but it is pretty good.
Yeah. Especially with everything else killing J-Rollers, you don't need to care.
Bring it back.
The next one, Tears of the Fallen, also a reprint, and it's a really great rune.
Yeah.
For New Frontiers.
Next up is Undeath. It is also a reprint, and it is a good one too, because you're just putting dudes in play.
It's done like that. Alright, here's the giant. Falls on me again. 3 darkness for Urtgarda, Loki, Giant of Darkness. It's a 12/18. It has Bane, because you need big things with Bane.
Why not?
Your total cost 4 or less. Enter. Destroy target J/Resonator. Your opponent discards a card. You lose You lose 400 life. The next one is different. It's not the same. So you pay 2 darkness 1, discard this card. Your opponent discards a card. You lose 400 life. This card is terrible.
What? You're crazy.
I mean, if he gets to enter, sure. But you destroy something. All your other... The white one's way better. You literally kill a dude and you gain 10 life. This, you lose 400. They should lose 400, I think. And discard a card.
This card's pretty good. I'm on the board that this card's... It's not like the best thing in the world. But I like it. Because it's a 12-18 that kills all the other ones. It doesn't care about any other ones.
If you're having a giant fight, like a Godzilla
you might as... Why not?
No. No.
Agree to disagree.
Agreed.
Next up is Vlad the Insatiable. He is a reprint. He's okay. He doesn't see a lot of play very much, but he's pretty cool for what he is. Limited, he's awesome.
Yeah. All right, and of course that'll just end the darkness there, and we'll go ahead and jump into the multicolor here, which is where most of the overpowered cards is.
Yeah.
Speaking of, Alice, Zeus Incarnate, blue, white, 1, 8/8, Fairy Tale High God. This card gains all races in all zones. Now we've already talked about good old Castle of Diversity. We need to wait to see what the full ruling is. Otherwise, it's like a 200 something.
Yeah.
With the diversity, it's stupid. But as long as there's a Resonator, Chant Edition, or Magic Stone in your graveyard, this card gains +2/+2, Drain, Eternal, First Strike, Flying, Precision, Swiftness. And then you can pay 5, remove target entity from the game. Or 5, all the colors, the rhubarb or whatever. So white, red, blue, green, black. With the color combination of Adam being in the graveyard, creature that says, I think it's Alice, right?
Yeah.
When Adam's in the graveyard, all your stones tap for that, and this all together, unstoppable.
Yeah, it's pretty silly.
Yeah.
You just like all the things. This gives you all the things on all the things.
Yeah.
You get all the creature types. You get all the abilities. Because why stop at 1? I mean, that's little.
Exactly. Yeah.
We want all the things.
10/10. I do whatever I want, and you can pay 5 to kill whatever you want. So hooray!
Yeah.
It's cheaty.
Definitely limited bomb. Definitely great in New Frontiers.
Yeah.
Most of these multicolored cards, I can already tell you're going to be really good in the New Frontiers.
Yeah.
Most of them. Next up is Athenia, Deity of Harvest and Corruption. It is a green, black, and 1 for an 8/8. It is a high god. It enters, you choose Harvest or Corrupt. If you choose Harvest, recover up to 3 magic stones. If you choose Corrupt, rest all magic stones your opponent controls. Rune 1, if you would choose between Harvest or Corrupt, you may choose both. You can pay a green to put any number of target cards from your graveyard onto the bottom of your deck, and pay a black, remove all cards from your opponent's graveyard from this game. Personally, I think this is in one of the top 3 to 5 cards of the set.
Yeah.
In how strong it is for a creature, like a Resonator. I'm not going to say it's the best card in the set, but it is in the top 3, I believe, because this card is insanity.
They have a love for Athenia.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's after someone's daughter or someone's loved one. I don't know, but they love this character.
But this is a free 8/8.
Yeah, free 8/8.
Because, I mean, if you have Rune 1, which you're playing black, so you're just like, Tears of the Fallen. Hey, cool, I have free 1/1. Ah!
Yeah.
Yay, Rune 1. So, Rune 1, you choose both. Free 8/8, and it taps on all their stones, so they can't...
No combat tricks.
They can't combat trick you, they can't counter your stuff. Great. No Lorite, you stay home. Yeah. I don't care. And then you just pay a black and remove all their cards. No. You're playing Reanimator? No.
Just
no.
Sacrificial Altar? No. Oh, all of it.
Yeah.
Is gone. One card, it does everything ever.
And it's open-ended, so if they're trying to do some shenanigans with like the new Fenrir that we talked about, you're just like, cool, Fenrir's in the graveyard, get out of here.
Yeah, get in response to his trigger, remove it.
This card's silly. It's so good.
It's ridiculous. Alright. Next one. Deus Ex Machina, God of Machines. 1 green, 1 blue, 0/0. It's a high god machine. Looks super cool. As this card enters the field, remove any number of counters from entities you control. This card enters the field with +1/+1 counters on an equal to twice the number of counters removed this way. As long as there are 10 or more 1/1 counters on this card, it gains Flying and Eternal. And remove 1/1 counters on this card, put 1/1 counters on counter with a name of your choice on another target entity you control.
There you go. That puts the counter that dude needs to untap.
Because it's just with the name of your choice on
Yeah.
another... Yeah, so this guy is super silly. Especially with that Arthur, because you can just remove 5 and it's already a 10-10. So that's cool, right? On turn 3.
Mm-hmm.
Or even turn 2 with Energize. You have a 10-10 flyer and a 6-6 dude.
Oh, on a counter with a name. Okay.
Of
So
your
it does
choice.
not give you dragon emblems. Thank God. Because I was like, this dude should be like, pay 2, get a dragon emblem? Bet.
Yeah.
But no.
No.
That's not a counter.
Those are...
Thank God.
Those
They didn't. I'm so glad they didn't figure that one out.
So 10-10 flying eternal by turn 2/3. Ridiculous.
Pretty good.
Yeah, it's ridiculous.
Next up is Ginshi Tensen, God of Flame. Red Balloon 1 for an 8/8 High God. He enters, you gain a red dragon emblem, you gain a blue dragon emblem. If your ruler is Fushai, gain both. As long as you control a red one, he has, if a fire source would you control would deal damage, it deals that much +4. As long as you control a blue one, this card gains at the end of your turn, draw a card.
Ugh. So, the only thing that makes Fire Emblem, or any emblem, and this guy's super strong. So you need 4 of them immediately in your deck. Because, yeah, it makes it worth it.
Yeah.
Especially if you play Fusai turn 3, you can do all this stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Dude's awesome.
At the end of your turn, draw a card too. That's ridiculous.
Yeah, so you get a use out of him early. Pretty silly.
Yeah. Now this one was the controversial one, and it kind of still is, but we'll see. Kaguya, Still God of the Moon. Quick cast. Green, white, colorless, 7/7. Enter. Cancel target spell.
Thanks.
Thanks.
That's what we needed.
Room 2, you may pay 1 less to play this card, so 2 mana, 2 stones, 2 will. Cancel target dude, I have a 7/7. Thanks. If you control exactly 5 resonators, exactly 7 magic stones, and there are exactly 5 cards in your graveyard, this gains flying. And whenever this card deals damage to your opponent, draw 7 cards and recover up to 7 magic stones you control. Nah, might never ever come up.
Yeah. Don't go for all that,
No,
because
no.
that's like really rough.
That's
Just
insane.
to get flying and I draw some cards.
You need Athenia to help with this because you play any ones in your graveyard.
Yeah.
But still, 3 drop, potentially 2 drop, quick cast creature that can cancel target spell.
Yeah. Seal of Wind and Light on a creature. I'll take it. Thanks. This card's silly. It's gonna be played.
Yeah.
So just be ready for that. Green white's gonna be a thing.
Yeah, it's gonna be
It just is.
like blue, black, green, white, go.
Yeah.
That's what's gonna happen.
Next up is Nyarlathotep, God Devouring Messiah. A red and white for a 10/2. Very dangerous,
Yes.
but hey, whatever. Awakening X. Put X Fire Moon editions into the field. Banish a Moon edition. Prevent the next damage that will be dealt to this card. Banish a Moon edition. This card deals 800 damage to target J Resonator. Banish 9 Moon editions. This card gets +40/+40 and Pierce until the end of the turn.
So you're dead.
And then this card gains Precision and Swiftness as long as you control Moon edition.
So at least by turn 3, you can swing out and kill something and prevent the damage if you need be. And then all the other moon editions, like you double all your editions, plop them out, stuff like that. Seems silly and crazy. Should be fun.
Yeah, it'll be fun to see what this card does. I don't know how quickly it'll be a thing, but it'll be played.
Yeah, for sure. Too bad it didn't have good old first strike. That'd be ridiculous.
Mm-hmm.
Alright, next one. Odin, Supreme God. Here we go. 2 white, 2 black, 2. 6 altogether, 15/15. He's a high god. He has flying. Discard your hand. Recover this card. Play this ability only if you have 1 or more cards in your hand.
So that way you can't just cheat it.
You can't just be like that. Yeah. That would be ridiculous.
So you have to discard a card.
Now, Faith. This card gains the following text as long as your ruler is astral. Enter, destroy all magic stones. If your ruler is astral, heal it. So therefore, this is where the craziness combo of the rune that we talked about it being free, and your judgment is free as well. So this guy's kind of weird and insane, but how do you feel about him?
I don't know. He's really high cost for what he does.
Yeah.
He does a really cool thing, but I mean, 6 mana to clear the board of magic stones is okay.
Yeah.
But by that time, you should just be doing... With as much other cheaty crap as here, you should be doing a lot more, I feel like, by turn 6.
Yeah. And if you can cheat them into play super easily, then you can immediately swing 30.
Yeah.
Kaka.
Yeah.
I don't know. We'll see. We will see the crazy combo with this guy.
With him and Reanimator, his discard your hand, recover this card, that part is insane.
Yeah.
Like Cardwell was saying, you just like take 30. Barg.
And then you can play that. So we were discussing with this guy, destroy everything, flip Brunhild. Brunhild comes into play for free. And then you get a dude that was destroyed in the graveyard into the play.
Yeah.
And then you win. Because you
Yeah.
swing all out,
Yeah.
discard your hand, and then you untap them and swing again.
Yeah, this card's kind of silly.
So, how quickly do you think we could reanimate him? This is what I'm saying. Because then you win.
Probably pretty quickly.
Yeah. We're gonna test it out for sure.
Oh, here we go. Alright. So there's a lot of text on this card, and it's a whole lot of busted. So Perfect Loki is a blue-black quick cast 800-100.
Doesn't matter.
Quick cast. This card gets +0/+1 for each card in your graveyard. Cool. Enter. J Resonators your opponent controls gain +0 -X until end of turn, where X is the number of cards in your graveyard. Pretty solid so far.
Yeah.
As your J Ruler enters the field, if it's Loki and you spend a black to do Judgment, you may reveal this card from your hand and put it onto the field on top of your J Ruler. If you do, this card becomes a J Ruler, gains Imperishable, Divinity Infinite, enter, look at the top 10 of your deck, put one from among them into your hand and the rest into your graveyard, and once per turn you may play a card from your graveyard. So literally she gets to get her own dog and put her own dog into play too. We didn't know that at the time, but that's even more busted than this card already is.
And the fact that you look at the top 10 and put them in the graveyard, and then you have Final Form Fjornir is just like...
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. You get the new dog and you're just like, cool, I get like 3 new dogs in play too. Barg!
And with the Divinity Infinite, you can be like, next turn, giants just fly in, do all their stuff. It's not fair. This card's not fair.
This card definitely makes Loki like from lower tier to like top tier real quick.
Like insane. And their board is gone. It says each J Resonators your opponent's controls gain this. So you board wipe them. You board wipe them for 2 mana. Essentially 3 if you do the thing.
Yeah.
Or 4, I guess, because Loki is 3, and then you pay 1 additional black.
No.
Oh, because you discard Fjornir.
No, you spend a black to
do
you spend
Judgment. Yeah.
Her Judgment is 3. 2 blue and 1.
Talked about this card ad nauseum already.
Yeah. So essentially you just pay 3, 2 blue and 1, and 1 black. And you're like, cool, I get a big Loki. Thanks. And even if you're not playing Loki, this card is just insane. Because you're just like, cool, your dudes get little for 2 mana.
Yeah.
Thanks.
Especially with the rune, 1-drop rune, where it's like, turn 1, put 10 cards in my graveyard.
Yeah. Cool. Cool. Okay. Board.
Done.
This card is insane on every level.
Yeah. Agreed.
In honesty, I don't know how long it's going to stay in New Frontiers because it's pretty broken.
It needs to be banned now, before it even comes out. We don't want to theorycraft this deck ever, because this card's stupid.
We'll see what it does, but yeah, it's pretty broken.
It's going to hurt everyone.
Definitely playable.
Definitely playable, yeah.
Definitely
for
playable.
sure. Why not? Next one, also pretty awesome art. Satan, God of the Fallen. Who knew? Darkness, red, 3, 14/14, so 5, 14/14, pretty good. All right, hold on.
He got text for days.
Bear with me with my 5th grade reading level here. While you are searching your deck, you may pay Fire or Darkness. Reveal this card from your deck. If you do, remove this card from the game with a Fallen counter on it. Now, enter. Choose one. If there are 10 or more Fallen counters on this card, you may choose both instead. Your opponent banishes a Resonator. Repeat this process until the combined total cost of Resonators banished this way is equal or greater to the number of Fallen counters on this card. Or put any number of Resonators whose combined total mana cost is equal or less than the number of fallen counters on this card from your graveyard onto the field. So it's a little Reanimator deck. So you gotta be searching your deck quite a bit for this to happen. Now, as long as this card is in your removed area with one or more fallen counters on it, it gains. Whenever an effect you control or cost causes you to lose life, if this card is in your removed area, put a fallen counter on it. You may play this card from your removed area. If you do, it enters on the field with X fallen counters, where X is equal to the number of fallen counters that were on it while it was removed area. So it's really kind of weird, insane and stuff. And with the Lich or the Loki, or not, whoever, Lucifer, where you remove life and you get it back, this helps with Satan. Also out of context. But it's a combo card, and it's a combo deck, and it should be really fun.
Yeah, I like this card a lot. It's kind of janky how it plays.
Exactly.
And thankfully, I wish it was the other way, but it does not. It does not have the same rules that Magic does, where damage is loss of life. Thank God, because otherwise, this and no Magic Stone would be broken. But it does not work like that.
Yeah.
This card, you have to pay life. And it is also just one instance of life. It does not get per life. So when you pay 1,000, it is not 10.
Yeah,
It is just one counter. So I mean, they did kind of nullify this dude down, but if he does get 10 counters, you should win. Like, hands down, if this dude comes in and plays 10 counters, you should be winning.
Yeah.
Because he makes them sacrifice equal to or greater than. So you're just like, cool, all those dudes die. And then you get to get back a bajillion dudes. Great. Thanks. Seems good.
Yeah, seems good. I mean, not after we just talked about Perfect Loki, but yeah, pretty solid.
For a Resonator, he's pretty strong.
And for limited, you just pay 5 and you have a 14/14.
I do like that, like, 4 cards in this set have already made that harvest, the 2-drop rune that builds 10. It made that card so much better now.
Definitely. So yeah, that was that. Now another complicated one.
Next up is Shiva, God of Destruction. Green, red, and 2 for an 8/8 high god. At the beginning of the game, you may reveal this card from outside the game and keep it revealed until the end of game. Okay, weird. Cool.
Yeah.
Rest 3 recovered Mimi tribes you control. If this card is revealed outside the game and you control a Wind Magic Stone and a Fire Magic Stone, put this card into the field. Play this ability only during your main phase.
So, we'll stop there for a second. So, just being game. Oh, you have it in sideboard. Cool. There. Mimi Tribe, turn 3. Tap all your dudes. You get to play this guy.
If you have the 1-drop, it essentially is turn 2.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because it makes your stones a fire and a wind stone.
Yeah.
But whatever.
Yeah.
I digress. She comes in. Enter. Destroy 3 other J Resonators at random.
Okay.
When this card destroys a Resonator, put a 1/1 counter on this card equal to the destroyed Resonator's total cost.
Yes.
So she cannot kill herself with her ability, thank God. Otherwise this card would be awful. But it's a free kill lots of dudes card.
And even if it is your dudes, maybe, but she still gets bigger for it too.
Yeah.
So we'll see how this goes. And plus with the chant rune that we talked about earlier, you can draw cards off of it for 1 green, I do believe. So
this card's pretty silly.
this card's silly.
She apparently does not like the whole Chumimi saying Mimi, because she says, Mimi, shut up already.
I'm tired of this. We're all good.
She's just here to kill the world.
Now with that is the end of the multicolor for sure.
That is it for the multicolor, and that is it for the actual whole set. I don't know what's going to happen in New Frontiers from now on, because this set is going to change a lot.
Yes.
It is wild, and the new format's going to be kind of insane. I've already heard talks of like turn 3 and turn 4 kills with silly harvest card and just other kinds of wonkiness.
Yeah.
So be on the lookout for all the stuff that we're going to make. It'll be fun. Thank you guys again for joining us here today at the island, and we will see y'all at Valhalla.
Goodbye.
Later. Also, guys, I just remind y'all to hit that like button, subscribe to our channel, and if you want to keep up to date on all our future content, make sure you click that bell. It'll give you all the notifications you need.
With that, we'd like to go ahead and give a big thank you to all our fans that support us through the year, and especially our Patreon support people. We do like to give a shout out to our Mythic and Above supporters, and that would be Dwayne Higgs, Thank you very much. We love you.